Good afternoon, everyone. Greetings from Bel Air, Maryland. This is your brother Bob for the Heroes webinar on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll have here with me on the platform our sister Gina Levi is here with us. Of course, brother Madi. Thank you for giving us the link to keep this Sunday emission continuous. We have Andy with us as well as Collins, and the great Mike Ellis has joined us, has graced us to join us, and of course we also have my brother Vincent. Maybe I'm sure maybe a couple of guests are going to join us. So today we're just going to do a free flow, just to keep each and every one of us engaged, keep each and every one of us excited. So we're just going to speak from our heart, whatever is in your heart that you can, just put it out there for people to feel relaxed, feel happy, feel engaged. That's all. We'll just talk for maybe hour and a half, 2 hours, and then we all get a great week that is starting tomorrow. So for me, I mean, my take this week is when Ash Mufara came out at Onpassive 360. I think there was one thing in his mind. The negative press that we saw out there. I mean, people should realize that there's one thing we always talk about: focus. The main thing. Let's focus on the main thing. What Mr. Ash Mufara has promised us. The four pillars, the four things that he told us that he's going to deliver. He's working on it and he's coming. He told us that it is closer than we think, and he's going to do it or die. I mean, when someone says that continuously for almost 3 years, that's what we've been hearing from Mr. Ash Mufara. He's saying that I'm going to do it or die, and he's asked his staff, those who are working with him, who are coming on board to work with him, he's saying that you will do it or die, or you do it or go home. That is what he's saying. So we should take that to heart and know that our founder, Mr. Ash, he comes out every Wednesday now for the past 2 weeks. He's been coming out to let us know he's there. Things are happening behind the scenes. He's working. They are doing all the heavy lifting. All we need to do is just relax. Then he's doing the hard work for us. Just relax, get ready, prepare yourselves, understand your business, think about the things that you do for yourselves and for the community, for the world. He says that we are here to stay. So no matter whatever negative press you hear out there, we ain't going nowhere. In other words, that's what Mr. Ash tells us. We are not going anywhere. We are here to stay. And Onpassive is bigger and bigger than everybody thinks. In fact, we are going to be shocked when the curtain is going to be opened. What we will see behind that curtain, you will not believe. So most of us have ideas, but it's far bigger than what you think. I'm sure Mr. Mike Ellis can expatiate more on that. He says that we all succeed together, and it's good when he says that. On Friday at the Admino Oron show, she talked about patience and focus. Being patient is good. Be patient, but what the attitude that you have when you are patient also counts. The thoughts that you think, also counts, because those thoughts, come around and also help to energize our founder, Mr. Ash. And just being focused to the goal. Ash is focused to the drive. He's focused on the mission. So we should relax, enjoy ourselves, stay faithful, and asking us to do. Just stay faithful and positive. He's telling us that we are going to be fine. Indeed, we are going to be fine, like my brother Oliver says. First of all, Oliver is not with us today. He's actually traveling. He's doing intercontinental travel this time. So we might not see him for a couple of weeks. So, and I hope he gets a safe flight back. That's all what's in my mind. We're just going to go around and just keep talking and picking each other's brains. But I'll just end by saying that let us rest assured. The days ahead are pregnant. Anytime, I believe, from the past 3 weeks, every time when Mr. Ash comes out, the things that he says, nothing that he has said has changed what he had said before. So I believe that any moment, anything can happen any moment. Tomorrow, next week, any moment, next month, anytime, anything can happen. So just be prepared. Keep going to the website, click on the website, click on login. If you see that notification there, know that they are still working. It takes time. Sometimes when you do enhancement, you make changes. He told us that they made some changes and they are unchanging the changes. That is a significant statement in the IT, in our industry. We colleagues can tell the visitors they are here. When you make a change, You don't just make a change and then you move on. You make a change, you go back. You go back from the beginning, and then you look at every single step, every component of that system. You retest it. You do regression tests. You do integration, all kinds of testing and everything, and then you come back to the end point again. So it takes a lot. It takes a lot. So let's just relax, and we know that everything is for the better for us, for all of us. When Ash Mufara says he has taken control, what does that mean, or what does that tell you? It tells you that Ash is on. We know that Ash is on our side. He wants to give us more. He told us that he's going to give us as much as legally possible. That is his mindset. So stay relaxed, stay calm, stay focused, because when you're focused, we are all fine. So I'll call our sister Jean Aliva. Jean, I know you're always you're some sort of an encyclopedia too. Please tell us something that can energize us or just educate us, just to keep us focused and engaged.
Well, thank you, Bob. Thank you all for inviting me here today. I have missed you so much. And I'm not sure I heard you correctly, Bob, but I think you said each of us is going to speak for an hour and a half. So everybody get comfy. It's going to be a long one. No, I'm just kidding. I have spent the last week with friends, and it was wonderful talking to them, but all it did was solidify in me the beautiful family energy that we have here in Onpassive and everything that Ash is creating. And even talking with them about their specific work situations, it just every moment was the time is perfect for Onpassive. The time, the solution to every problem that people are facing in the world. Look at the data, the internet shutdowns, and all of this kind of stuff across the world. It's this perfect timing. And as Bob so beautifully stated, it takes time to create something that is really going to solve the problems of this world. And so this time that we get to be the privilege of being part of this building and this creation of something so massive, it's just an honor. So I did a recent post on Facebook where if people are feeling impatience, the quickest way out of that is gratitude. It literally shifts your total energy. It shifts everything when you start to just take your anxiety away from anything that you think about the timing or anything, and you just sit and be grateful for, if nothing else, the camaraderie, the family spirit, the connection, the friendship. Look at what is happening in Bangladesh. This is our family that is going through incredible trouble right now, and we can pray for them. We can send them our energy. We can help them. This is happening across the world, everywhere that there is a need or struggle. We are now in a position to help at the snap of a finger, pretty much. So it's just a matter of time before this thing gets moving at such a pace, at such a speed, that we will be able to solve things by coming together globally and taking swift action. And if that just gets me so crazy excited. And listening to Ash last week in the 360, that's the only one I got to listen to during the week. And boy, did it knock me flat. I was like getting there. My friends were looking at me. They're like, you were smiling the whole time. They're like, what are you guys doing in this company? So I'm just so happy to be here. I know we're all going to be talking about different aspects of what the company is doing. But at the end of the day, it is just, we are blessed beyond belief to be here, to be in the part, this what's the word, this stew of creativity that is happening and building this amazing and beautiful company. And I'm just happy to be here, and I can't wait to hear what everyone else says today. Bob, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jean. Thank you for setting the tempo. I love this guy, man. You see the way he sits. Look at his posture. He just sits like that, very pensive. He has a lot of things in his mind to tell us. Look at him, everybody. Who do you think I'm talking about? My brother Andy Bex, please tell us what's in your mind. You seem to be very pensive there.
Well, no, my mind is totally blank. I love this little time that we have at the moment, and I'll tell you for why. Because what it does is it helps me plan. Um, yes, we can't get on the website at the moment. That's not a problem. There's plenty of reference material that we can go back to on YouTube and Facebook, etc. But more importantly for me, it's planning as to who I'm going to share this with when it does go. Because let's put it this way, we know when it does go, all hell will break loose, because the things that must be going on in the background that we don't know about are, well, God only knows. But the products there must be products that are ready. There must be new excitements going on with the data centers and other products that are getting ready as well. And we know just with OConnect that's going to change the face of the marketplace, because of not only how we've seen it work, bearing in mind that was the worst we'll ever see it, and that was still better than anything else we've ever seen. So for me, this time has been a wonderful reflection on being able to start or take advantage of the time by finding more people for me to be able to share it with when it does go live. And that is a big part of what we've got, because how soon do you want to achieve your income goal? Do you want to leave it for Onpassive to do it all on its own? Fair enough, you can do that if you wish to, but personally, I don't like work. I don't do very much, but that's not the point. The point is, I don't want to do any more. I've reached the age where I'm just going to say, enough is enough, thank you very much. But I believe that if I work my socks off for the next 6 months, once we go live, then it will help me to achieve the income goal that I've set myself in order to be able to do just that. So take this time while we've got it to plan. Plan for what you're trying to achieve. Work out, go back and think about who you're going to speak to or share the information with. Because once you have that, the excitement just builds and builds and builds. And personally, my lists, even though my Facebook account was hacked, thank you very much, whoever did that, really pleased. I lost 7,000 odd connections that weren't, the vast majority of those weren't Onpassive. So what I've done is taken the time to find another load of, no, I haven't got to 7,000 just yet, because that took me a while to get to, but I have got another 2,000 odd that I've been working on in the background. So that's 2,000 more people that I can share it with that I didn't have before, because we've got the time to do something about it now. And that for me is the exciting bit, because I know everything else is going to be just perfect, because when we do go, it's not going to stall again, it's just going to go nuts. So I've spent the time doing the right thing, if that makes sense. So I hope you guys are too. Thanks, Bob. Back to you.
Thank you, brother Andy. Thank you so much. Um, it's hard to really introduce this, our one and only great man, one of the great men of Onpassive. Everybody who I think he's the most known founding member affiliate out there. Wouldn't everybody agree with me that Mr. Mike Ellis is the most known founding member affiliate, or the most impactful, because of his video? Even all of us came through Onpassive, and it was his videos that got us into like his videos were the gateway to most of us. So it's our pleasure to always have Mr. Mike Ellis here. First of all, this Thursday, I'm going to be closer to you somehow. I'm going to be in your vicinity. I'm flying to Houston, but I will be stopping in Denver. So you might hear a call from me somehow. So welcome, Mr. Mike Ellis. Please just tell us, I know you can take it from any angle, whichever angle that you see fit, take it and run with it, sir.
Yeah,
Welcome.
no, it's good to hear you're going to be in Denver, Bob. I'll look forward to that call. That'll be cool.
I will.
Yeah, as far as impact, everybody on this screen has tremendous impact within Onpassive right now. It's not one or two or three. It's really the whole team, and obviously the OTech pros. I know you guys don't realize the impact you've had, but it's pretty massive, guys. You're well known around the world. The last couple of weeks have been really, really interesting. And I listen to the affiliates, the founders. I know what's going on the ground, and it's not talked about very often. And really, what I want to talk about is kind of the rationale that Mr. Mufareh has behind what he's doing right now. And the rationale, it really is pretty simple. He's got a lot of slings and arrows coming at him right now, really does. And the world knows that Onpassive is something, at least the business world, not individuals, because we're going to have a massive impact as we launch to the world. Mm-hmm. But the business world and those people that look at Onpassive as a threat, they do not want Onpassive doing anything. And I mean anything. And if Onpassive could die tomorrow, these individuals would be jumping for joy because they're a little bit scared right now. And when I listen to Mr. Mufareh, now you really have to take him at heart. He does not want to put a lot of information out there right now that people can use to muddy the waters. Really is that simple. And when you talk to Ash, when you talk to Mr. Mufareh, he tells you flat out, listen, I don't want you to go beyond anything that I say, period. And there's a reason for that. There really is, the reason I just stated, but it's even more than that. There are over 1 million accounts within Onpassive right now. That's a lot of people. And it's so easy to take something and start it, and by the time it gets to the 1,000th person, I don't know what the hell it is, but it's not Onpassive. And Mr. Mufareh, he does not want that to happen. Now, let's talk about what's going on with an awful lot of affiliates in Onpassive today. And I've heard it all in the last 2 weeks. Believe me, I've heard it all. And initially they come on, the Onpassive site is down for us. Now the Onpassive site is still up. Oh, the OAS back office is still up. You can go back there. You can look through things. You can look at the products. You can read about Onpassive. But for those affiliates in Onpassive, everything is down. And of course, what I hear, and I get a kick out of this, I try not to laugh, but I do get a kick out of this. Onpassive is down. I can't buy. I can't sell. I can't make a commission. I do not have a business within Onpassive. Onpassive is over. Now, I know there are a lot of people out there that can relate to what I've just said. But Onpassive, it's not like any other company. As Bob talked about a little earlier, what Mr. Mufareh is doing right now had to be done. It wasn't something that he wanted to do. It had to be done. He had to come in and just make some changes within Onpassive so as it does roll out, it runs smoothly for everybody. And of course, when I listen to people, and I'll listen for a couple of minutes or I'll listen for 20 minutes to a half hour, because some of them, they got a lot to say and none of it is particularly good. I'll pause just for a little bit when they're done, and they expect me to say something profound, and I don't have anything profound to say. Well, let's just leave it there. I don't say anything Ash doesn't want us to say. And I just ask them flat out, okay, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Where are you going to go? How are you going to take all this energy that you have thinking about other companies, other opportunities, the things you can do? What are you going to do and how are you going to do it? And they start to rattle off whatever, either a product or a company. Some want to just sell products. Others want to build organizations, all the normal things. And as I listen to them, and I let them go on and on, and then at the end I go, okay, that's a beautiful picture you've just painted. You're going to be extremely successful. You don't need Onpassive. Go do what you want to do, and just be a world beater, change the world. And of course, the big smile comes on their face. That's what I'm going to do. And then I have one question for them. You've got all of these things you're going to do. How are you going to get eyes in front of what you're doing, either your product, your opportunity, whatever you're doing? How are you going to get eyes in front of what you're doing? Because you've never been able to do that in the past. In fact, you've never done it. Maybe you've gotten 3, 4, 5, maybe 10, maybe 100 eyes in front of what you're doing. Maybe even some of them come in and join you and are there for 3, 4, 5 weeks, and then they're gone. But how are you going to do it on a massive scale? And when you're talking about online businesses, you can't do anything half-hearted. It does not work. If you go after a few hundred people, that's great. But after 2, 3, 4 months, you're done. You're over. It's gone. And of course, they don't have an answer for that. They don't understand that they don't have the ability. And by the way, there are very, very few sources out there where you can come in and drive massive traffic right now. There are a few, but I guarantee if you find those few, and you won't find them because not many people even know about them, but if you find those few individuals, they're going to break you before you find success, because it's very, very expensive to drive good quality traffic through any opportunity that you have. It's not going to happen, guys. I've been doing this for a long time with Marty and Dan. We know what we're talking about. It will not happen. And then, of course, it always turns back to Onpassive. Well, what's Onpassive going to do for me? They're dead. They're gone. They're never coming back. And I go, you haven't been listening. Mr. Mufareh has told us, number one, don't say anything he doesn't tell us. And number two, we will be back sooner than you think.
Yep.
Okay? So what is Onpassive going to do for us when they come back? And really, all the products of Onpassive are superior. They're terrific products, cutting edge technology at a lower price. People are going to come in and they're going to love the products of Onpassive and they're going to use them. But you have to have a way to drive massive traffic through your business. And within Onpassive, we have about, 1.2, 1.3 million affiliate accounts within Onpassive. So the amount of volume that Onpassive has to bring in to satisfy all of us, to get us all to that place where we have financial independence, it has to be massive, massive, massive traffic. Now, Mr. Mufareh did talk about this. It's the only reason I bring it up. And it's artificial intelligence driving traffic. And he flat out said, it's not going to be a little bit of traffic. It's going to be everybody that's on the internet today. That's 5.6 billion people growing every single day. Maybe it's 6 billion now. I don't know. Because of that, the volume is there to sustain your business, to get you to that place where you will find financial freedom because of what Mr. Mufareh has done. Understand, you can have all the tools online you need to build a productive business online. You can have all the tools. And you could, if you're talented enough, you can put together all the content. You can put together all the sales pages, all the landing pages, all the autoresponders, everything you need in order for people to come in, look at what you have, and come in and either buy or join. And each one of us can do that. You can do that right now. Go out there and do it. But you'll never find the traffic you need to be really, really successful. Now, there are people out there, and I heard this the other couple of weeks. Well, there are people out there that come in and they're making 6 figures in 6 months. And I said, yeah, there are. Absolutely, there are. But they're a flash in the pan. They're 1 in a million, probably 1 in 10 million. It does not happen. It absolutely does not happen. Now, if you're one of those individuals and all the stars are aligned and that's going to happen to you, God bless you. I'm happy for you. But for the most part, that does not happen. And that's why we come into the structure of Onpassive. Yeah, I know there's nothing there right now. I know that. but I also know what's coming. And I know the structure that Mr. Mufara has set up. And it is the genius behind Mr. Mufara. It is the genius behind Onpassive. And it is the way forward for you to build an income that will last for a lifetime, residual. Because of his marketing, because of his traffic, because of what he's doing, because you have a shop online, an Onpassive shop, customers will come in, they will buy, and when they do that, you make a commission. And that is going to happen over and over and over again. That's just one part of the commission structure. I can't talk about anything else. There's more. That's all I need to tell you. There's more, and it's better than what you would get on a straight commission business. It's better, and you can contemplate that a little bit. Onpassive hasn't changed from the initial vision of Ash Mufara. His vision is for you to be able to come in, and he's going to force you to be successful. Okay? You're not going to find that anyplace else. So when I think about Onpassive, right now, I have so much to say about Onpassive that I won't talk about right now. And I won't do that because Mr. Mufara came on and he said, listen, I don't want you saying anything. I don't want you to say anything unless you heard it from me. And that's what I'm doing right now. And I think that's a lot of what all of us are doing right now. We can talk about what's come in the past, what's here right now, and what we believe is coming, what we know is coming. But we can't go beyond that because Mr. Mufara doesn't want us to. And again, the rationale of Onpassive. He doesn't want us to go there, not because we're right or wrong. Most of the time, I think most of the people here are right. He doesn't want to give anybody out there an opportunity to come in and muddy the waters. It really is as simple as that. So whether you know it or not, whether you have some of those vague questions, whether you believe or you don't believe, we're in a really, really good place right now. And when Mr. Mufara comes on and says, it will happen quicker than you think, it will. And I don't care what you think. If you think it's going to be a year, it's going to happen in 6 months. If you think it's going to happen in 6 months, it's going to happen in 3 months. That's Mr. Mufara. And he will fill us in when he's ready to do that. He's doing a lot of things behind the scenes right now, all of it good, all of it hard, but he is getting it done. And that's the most important part you can understand today. He is getting it done, and it's really, really close. Bob, I'll turn it back over to you, probably more than you wanted me to say, but there it is.
You know, everybody loves listening to you, Mike. So thank you so much. You can take as much time as you can. And I agree. Yes, Mr. Ash says he's not going to tell us. He told us that he was not going to tell us anything. And we agree. And we love the fact that he's not going to tell us anything until when he's done. When he's ready, then it comes out to us. Thank you very much, Brother Mike.
You're welcome.
I want my brother Collins to come next, but I know I know we are saying that you just open it up, speak your mind, whatever is in your mind, anything that's going on and stuff. But I want to give you a clue on what I would love for you to talk about, if you don't mind. Yesterday, or was it Friday? Friday, this global IT outage that Microsoft suffered, the Microsoft operating system. There was a global outage which we've talked about. We've talked about it behind the scenes. Microsoft or Microsoft operating system, banks, airports. Systems were down. You know, I just want you to, whatever you tell us, just wrap that into it, if you don't mind.
Yeah, thank you, Robert. Just want to thank Mike Ellis, Engineer Mike, and Gina Levi. You've just blown our mind with Andy. I was just listening to Mike Ellis as well, like a lot of things he said, like, but true, you said it, and that was one of the things I wanted to touch. So before touching that, I was thinking about all what Mike said. We talk about Ash saying this, like it is much closer than we think, which is true, because he will not make that statement if it is not close. Ash will never say something that is not really there. He said it is much closer than we think. And you made a statement about belief, and belief is one of the things I wanted to say today. Yesterday, I made this statement. I talk about I have redefined Onpassive in my own way. You know, I said Onpassive is about believing. Onpassive is one of the definitions about believing. We must believe that our life will change. If you don't believe that your life will change, your life will never change. You can be in Onpassive, but if you don't have that belief, you see people growing and growing and growing on passive, but because you didn't believe. Red talk about being in the fence. But because some of us believe, because some people still doubt on passive, say, no, I'll be on the fence until it happens. But when it happens, to catch up will be difficult. You have to believe, come in and learn, because your belief will drive you to learn. But if you don't have the belief, how will you ever learn? And we are believing that Onpassive will change not only our lives, it will change the lives of businesses, it will change a lot of people, things that they've never ever imagined in their life. And the only way you can do is to be in it. The next one is Onpassive is hope. We must be hopeful that our future is bright. If you don't believe or hope that your future is bright, then there is no need to be in Onpassive, because I'm hopeful that my future will be bright because I've already believed. The next thing is to trust in the vision of Mr. Ashmofara, because he is the captain of the ship. He steers it, he sees everything, he sees the bigger picture, and we are just looking at the tiny bit. So if you don't trust Mr. Ashmofara, there is no need for you to be in Onpassive, because he can still move this and then do what? Become the world richest man. People are competing now. Who is the first? People are competing for the first place of the world richest man. But Mr. Ashmofara is not interested in that. He is here to change mankind, humanity. And the next bit is patience, because I've talked about belief, I talk about hope, talk about trust. Now it's patience. Why we must exercise patience is because we know that it is not easy to put things like this. So if you are not patient, they cannot push it. Look at it. There's something we're talking today, Vincent and I, and thank God Bob brought this. We're talking about in software development. There are a lot of things that can go wrong. We saw the biggest IT shutdown. Just to tell you that we are all humans. God is not the one building it. It's human being, you and I, building the software. And sometimes fatigue can kick in. You never know. Will I blame them? I will not blame them. They are humans. So they're liable to make mistakes. And sometimes when that fatigue kick in, there is nothing you can do. You can even forget one tiny dot, and one tiny dot can cause havoc. What happened? The whole world, global IT shut down, the biggest mankind have ever seen. Not only in United Kingdom, from health services to banks, to stock exchange, to airlines, and you can go on and on. Germany, Holland, United States, all this country. I think Canada as well, because I watched it on BBC. I said, wow, this is crazy. And they say it was just little tiny thing that happened, and it caused havoc in the security breach. So the system just collapsed, Microsoft. So when Onpassive is doing all of this, when I saw this, I said, wow, thank God for Onpassive. When they are doing all of this, we are complaining. It can happen to us as well. It can happen to Onpassive as well. So Mr. Ashmofara is looking at it and saying, you know what? We don't want to go out and tomorrow we shut down again. We need to make sure we do our best. We make sure we tighten all the knot and everything. And for them to do this, we, the founding member and affiliate, must exercise patience. That's why I talked about patience. Patience is one of the key. And above all, it's about love. The biggest is about love. If you don't love Onpassive, then you don't even need to think about Onpassive, because it's about the love of humanity. It was just about that. Mr. Ashmofara loves humanity. He said, what can I do to change people's life? With all the insult. There was a time I talked to Engineer Mike. I said, how many of us can take this insult? With all the insult, they're insulting Mr. Ashmofara. He said, you know what? Your insult would not make me to change the plan that I have in my heart, because I must fulfill the mission that God has given me. I don't care about your insult. At the end of the day, Jesus said, with his slap, spit, spat on his face, that he embraced it. But today we always look at him. We look at the Almighty and said, he is the greatest, the world greatest man, the man that have ever existed, God, the Messiah. So Mr. Ashmofara, he's taking it. But because of that love that is driving this man, You say, why should 95% of the world struggling while others are rich and they are competing for richness? What if I share this? Not by going out sharing it, but you must come into Onpassive and participate for virtually nothing, to have something that you will go and take care of your family, your community, and you can start to go out and bless others. Because after that, what will you do with the excess? It was because of that love of humanity that drove Mr. Ashmufara to embark in the journey of Onpassive. So let us be patient. Let us look at all of these key factors and ask ourselves, why is it really crazy to do this? Because if it was easy, I made the statement last. I said, if this, what Mr. Ashmufara is doing was really easy, something that I can do, something that Vincent can do, Gina Liver can do, Andy, then we don't need Ashmufara, because we can go and do it ourselves. Ijema can go and do it. But because we know it is not easy, that is why we are here, for someone to do it for us. He has the vision, and it is clear. So let us just follow the guidance. Let us exercise patience. Let us continue to believe. Let us continue to be hopeful, trust, and patient. That's the only thing that will drive us through. They are not asking for anything. No more money. They have not said, bring your this, bring. No, it's just that Mr. Ashmufara need from us. And who will see the goodness of Onpassive, what Mr. Ashmufara obtained for us. So I'll leave it there, Bob. Take it over.
Thank you, Collins. In a nutshell, you are telling us to have love, to have belief, to have hope, to have trust, and to be patient. That's just all what we're asking for now. Patience. It's coming, guys. It is coming, and it's bigger than we all think. Engineer Mike, welcome. You're going to be last since you came last. So I just realized
Yes,
I did not welcome you when I spoke the last time. Haven't heard from Colin, so I was swinging now to our other OTech Pro. I don't know if it's going to come from another technical perspective, but I'm just going to open it up to my brother Vincent to come on down and also give us your perspective of the week, anything that's in your mind and what we're looking forward to.
Okay. Thank you, Brother Bob. Thanks to all the speakers, Andy, Markeles, Sister Jane, Brother Collins, and Brother Mike. I know he will speak soon also. So thank you, and also thanks to all people are sitting and then listen to us. Thank you too, and then welcome for this great Hero webinar. So I know Mark Ellis, after Mark Ellis, Collins, and Jean, Oliver, and I think Andy. I think I don't have much to say because they said all everything they said already. This is what if these great people say something, I don't think I got something enough also to add it. But I'll try to add a few about what they said. Yeah. So Mr. Ash said always most of the webinar when Mr. Ash comes in, he keeps saying that we are here Onpassive is here to stay. So this statement is a big statement. So when someone come out every single week or every single day say Onpassive is here to stay, he knows the reason why he's saying this. And then I believe he has a strong support for that, because what he's saying that Onpassive is here to stay, because of course what we have is show me that Onpassive is here to stay, starting from our 4 pillars. When we have a data center, because not all these big company outside there, they have a data center. Not all of them. Only few of them have a data center. They are big company, great company. We can see the name flashing out there, but only few of them have a data center. But Onpassive, this is what people don't know. Onpassive, we have one of the biggest and the modern data center in the world, embedded with artificial intelligence system. Not all the great company outside there have it. Onpassive have it. So it's a big plus for me. When Mr. I said Onpassive is here to stay, I believe that what we have will make Onpassive to stay for sure, 100% sure, because the data center alone is a big, and then it tells me a lot, because everything, not all these big companies have that, but we have that. And then we can host other companies in the world coming with their own data in our data center. So it's a massive building that is sure 100% sure for me that Onpassive is here to stay. We have also, you look at also the ecosystem. When you go to Onpassive ecosystem, there are so many products, starting from one product that we all know, Oconnect. We use Oconnect. We are all use Oconnect, and then we know the power of Oconnect, the capacity of Oconnect. We know it's not a story that I'm telling you a story. We all know, we all experience Oconnect. This is only one of the products. So it's like we know only 1% of the Onpassive. So that's one product. It showed me as well that Onpassive is here to stay, because even one product is enough to make Onpassive worldwide, because we have a Zoom, they have only one product but we have different products. So it's I would say one ten of maybe of the product which is coming in the next few weeks. We have that. We have also payment processor, which is ready. Mr. Ash announced that. So how many companies have all this? Not many, maybe. Not many. Onpassive have all this. We have also artificial intelligence. Mr. Ash, I think, he told us about that as well. Most of all our ecosystem product, they are embedded with artificial intelligence. Even our data center is also based on artificial intelligence. So not all the companies as well across the world have developed artificial intelligence system, but they are one of the top company. Even they are top company in the world. If you listed the 100 top company in the world, the Fortune 100 company in the world, not all of even half of them have done what Onpassive are doing with artificial intelligence system, but they are one of the richest company in the world. But this company Onpassive, they have developed so many things that those people, they haven't done it. So for me, that's why I would say Mr. Ash is right to say Onpassive is here to stay, because with all this evidence, we don't have to argue what he's saying. For me, it's normal. And then even look at also our regional offices in the world. We have office in the United States, we have office Dubai, we have office Singapore, we have office in Egypt, in Africa. So all this, we have office in Hyderabad in India. So all this, a company who is not here to stay cannot have so many offices in the world. How many companies? There are some great companies outside there, but they have maybe one office in the world, but they are worldwide. But Onpassive, they have every continent, we have a regional office. So it's also to tell us that this company is here to stay. For those of us who sometimes I hear something, they are saying something which is not true, a company who does not exist or a company who is not here to stay cannot have many offices in the world. This is one thing. They cannot have all this technology that at least even the data center, all this. So it's sure that Onpassive is true, and then Onpassive is here to stay. Because if Onpassive is not here to stay, we don't have all this. And then Mr. Ash will not spend or maybe waste his money on all this around the world. Look at only the regional office alone. Dubai is one of the expensive area that the office is located in Burj Khalifa. So this is very important. All the investment that Mr. Ash has put in terms of technology, in terms of humankind, or in terms of even ideology. So it's one of the biggest companies so far in our century, I believe. So who can tell me what I'm saying is wrong? What I'm saying with evidence. Everything I said is there, because the offices I mentioned, the office exists, and then the offices are there. The data center, they are there, the biggest, and then the technology also I mentioned, they are one of the latest technology embedded with artificial intelligence. And then when we talk about artificial intelligence, today what we talk about cyber security. We are all protected with the cyber security, because today anything we do, we mention about cyber security. So with artificial intelligence, protect also with cyber security. And then also artificial intelligence will identify, even predict the cyber security coming. They know that in the next few weeks, this thing can happen in this region of the world, not even in the one technology. It can even predict that in the next 6 months or the next 3 months, this is going to happen in the world. This is going to happen in the world technology, everything. So artificial intelligence is there. So it's fully supported by Onpassive. Onpassive is working on that. So even having artificial intelligence in most of our products, in most of our system, for me, I'm very happy for that, because artificial intelligence, not only the analytics, but also it protects in terms of security, it protects Onpassive. So Onpassive is safe when it comes to the data, when it comes to security, because artificial intelligence also have a powerful security system in the world. Because right now where we are, human being or humankind cannot protect the system where we are facing. Because the cyber security guys, they are very intelligent people, because most of the time it's not only maybe some guys they just wake up. They are well trained IT personnel. Sometimes because they are out of work, and then they make themselves as a cyber attack. They attack our system in the world. So they are very intelligent guys. So if you're not artificial intelligence, myself, Bob, or other, we cannot control them. So we need a system like artificial intelligence to put inside and then control all these guys. So what they cannot do, artificial intelligence will do. And then artificial intelligence, I will not say artificial intelligence will stop them 100%, but it can do at least 80 to 90% of the job to stop these cyber security guys, so that the world will be safe. And then Onpassive also will be safe. Our data will be safe. Everything in Onpassive will be safe by the control of artificial intelligence. Because today world, when we're talking about technology, we cannot talk about technology without artificial intelligence, because artificial intelligence is the center of the nowadays technology, and then is also center of Onpassive. So tell me that Onpassive, we are up to date technology, and then we are up to date what is going on in the world, what technology, how the world is moving. That's how Onpassive is moving. So back to what my brother Colin said, we should be patient, because what Mr. Ash is doing a great job. That great job is part of our safety and a part of our security, and also it will going to impact positively our life. We like or not, this is going to happen, because when the boom of artificial intelligence will come, most of Onpassivian will start and laugh and say, yeah, Mr. Ash is a great man, he's a visionary, because what Mr. Ash has planned for the next 5 years to come, we have it right now. That's why it's working on. But a lot of people, they don't know that. So let me tell you that what is coming the next 5 years with artificial intelligence, Mr. Ash has planning, that's why he's working on. So let's have a patient and let him do the job. We'll all be happy, and then we'll be happy, even more than happy. Even in our dream, we'll be happy for the great job that Mr. Ash is doing for us. So thank you, Bob. I'll leave it there.
Well said, my brother Vincent. And thank you for reminding us, keep what Brother Marty said, keeping the main thing, keep the main thing, the main thing. Thank you for explaining those 4 pillars, because those are the main things that concerns us. Those 4 pillars, you talked about them eloquently. That's the main thing. That's the focus. That's where Mr. Ash Mufara is focused. Thank you for talking about the security as well. But let me also add that in addition to our security environment being secure and everything, there's also something called compliance. There's global regulatory compliance. I can tell you from outside, observing Mr. Ash, every step that he takes, this is an area that I'm in. I can tell you that Onpassive is being built for current and future compliance regulations. And there are evidence, I've seen evidence of some of them, every country, United States has multiple compliance regulations. Even some type states, different states. New York has our own, California, CCPA, New York has New York State 500. Canada has what they call PIPEDA, Personal Information Protection Act, something like that. In Europe, they have what they call GDPR, they have DORA, they have about 2 or 3 different other compliance regulations. Even in Africa, they have something called the Malabo Convention, which for information security protection. In Australia, there is CPS 234. There are different regulations. But what Ash Mufara has done is he has built this system has been built from the ground up with security, such that each of these global compliance regulations are met. And I can give you 2 distinct examples. Number one, last year there was a new law in England at the end of 2022 to 23 called DORA, Digital Operational Resilience Act, for I think it's for the financial sectors and and they have critical third-party providers. They had certain security controls that had to be met. When I looked at those regulations, I think there are like 7 stipulated regulations, because we had to, my company has, we have a division in England, so they had to comply with this law. So when we look at the stipulations, the security measures that are required are things that Mr. Ash has told us that is implemented in Onpassive. When you look at what happened last year, I remember this date because it was my son's birthday last year. It was his 20th birthday, 10/30/2023. President Joe Biden walked out of the Rose Garden and signed a law for artificial intelligence systems. He signed an executive order that had about 8 stipulations. One of them required that all companies that are building artificial intelligence systems must report to the United States government all their safety test results and any critical information. That is an executive order that has been signed by the president. But we know, those of us who have been engaged with Onpassive know that at some point, I think maybe 2 or 3 years ago, Ash Mufara did not only comply with this specific stipulation, he gave the US government access to our systems. He told us that. And we know that because he said he knew that because there was a time when they changed the password and they called them and asked them for the new password. So you see, based on that, that's why I make the assertion that he is building these systems to comply with not only current regulations, but future regulations. So we should rest assured that not only the security component that my friend, my brother Vincent has said, also the global compliance regulation, because it's very important. If you have a system that collects money from all over the world, there are laws. Each country have their own laws, their own global laws. They have requirements, security requirements. There's something that we call PCI DSS. When I saw that, immediately when we began collecting, when Onpassive began, when we began making payments into the system, if you go into the system, when you're making a payment, you will see there's on a little where you have all those Visa, MasterCard, and American, all the payment types that we take. There is something there that is called PCI DSS. That is a major endorsement of the security of the system, because the company, it tells me as a compliance analyst that the company has gone through some specific audits for them to put that thing there. So when it comes to the security of Onpassive and the global compliance, rest assured, we know that they have lawyers, legal teams all over the world making sure that we comply with everything. So I just wanted to concur with my brother Vincent, and just to add on that. I see Engineer Mike is very anxious to speak. Engineer Mike, I want you to just take it from any angle, take it from any angle that you feel comfortable with. Tell us anything that you want us to look forward to as we move into this coming interesting week.
Wow. The powerhouse is here. This is the powerhouse of Onpassive. When I see my big bro Mike, I see my tech pros, I see Gina Lever, I see Andy Best, it means the powerhouse is completed. Oh, we're lacking Maddie. We're lacking Maddie and big bro Uncle Oliver. Thank you, everybody. I want to start with this. I always have this way. This my definition of Onpassive that I had. I say Onpassive is an ethical, clean, pure, valuable, viable, reliable business with a unique culture and value. So all these words we've heard, our CEO, he always comes and powerfully on them to us. So Onpassive is an ethical, clean, pure, viable, valuable, reliable business with a unique culture and value, which is true. Now, this man comes every day to assure us and tells us, hey, we are fine. We are not going nowhere. Comes with, tells us about whatever. He tells us and assure us, say, humanitarian help is coming. Do you get that? Humanitarian help is coming.
And he comes again and tells us again, still, he tells us that we are here to stay. He comes again and tells us that in all sectors, not only one space, we're getting so many sectors, and we will have it's coming for healthcare, it's going to finances, and we'll be having all of this. It's enough for us to take it and stay and say, okay, this is the man. I want to believe in him, his mission, his action. He has never said something and never did it for us, as our brother Mike Ellis just told us here. Assurance. He came to assure us with all the things that are going on. He came to assure us that this is going to happen. And he told us again, I cannot do it on my own. Together we will do it. That's the last time that's what he told us. He said we will do it together. Him again, with all his my question is, I'm asking us all. Uncle Bob, you know that question, very famous. Are we ready? So when I say are we ready, what do I mean? We, all Compassivians, do we spend time to understand our business? Collins has a very easy way to break down this business concept. Did you call Collins to say, hey bro, please, can you let me understand that business concept very well? Did you call him? That's your due diligence. Did you do that? Because when that will come, you will not call Collins. He will have a vacation somewhere. He will not be answering to you. Let me tell you, all of us seated here, this is the time. Let's spend this time judiciously. Another time, do you spend time to check if you have migrated all your accounts? Did you spend that time? Did you do that? Did you also check to find out that everybody in your organization has migrated? Did you? Our brother Collins brought it yesterday up, which is one of the things I'm still asking you. Are you ready? Did you go to every alternative email, be it on Gmail, be it on Yahoo Mail, be it on Proton Mail, on gmx.ge and mail.com, all of those platforms? Did you check those emails, alternative emails, to see if they are working? Because Colin said it yesterday again. If you don't, the spaces are not yours. They buy those servers for information. But if you go, you don't go and log in to check them, they'll shut them down. It's filling their space for nothing. It means you are inactive. And that is the same way our Onpassive system will see that as an inactive something too, right? So please, can you go there and you check all of that? Those are the points. Reach out to those people. Follow up with your organization. It is your business, not me. It is not about Uncle Bob. No, it is not about Vincent sitting here. It is not about Mike Ellis, Gina Oliva, Andy Best, or Mama Francis. It's about you, my business. Am I taking all that into consideration? Am I knowing all of that? When the time says, all those pistons, our big brother, late big brother, Uncle Charlie Takusu used to ask us, when those pistons, he's called them pistons. So when Onpassive will be generating in all its pistons, will you be ready? That's my question. That's all I have for now, Uncle Bob.
Good job, good job. He says when the pistons are firing the cylinders for maximum torque, are you going to be ready? That's what my brother used to say. Welcome, Sister Francine. We are just expressing our feeling, what our minds, our thoughts are going into the next week, so you can join the conversation. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I just noticed, I have been watching for some time, and I am so thrilled to see such a passion inside each one of us, because we can be successful as far as we are still passionate about what we do, about what we give to others, And being passionate is what my brother Collins just said. We have to remain in love. We have to love Onpassive. We have to love others so that we can go to them to bring something new, something different. And Onpassive is definitely different from everything we have been offered so far in terms of business, in terms of IT business. As we all know, IT and finance are like intertwined. And when we go into finance, there is no pity for anyone. And what Onpassive is bringing here is the attention to the person dealing with Onpassive IT, artificial intelligence. Wherever we can listen, people are like fearful when thinking about artificial intelligence. But when we come to Onpassive, this gives us kind of quietness. We are reassured that we are doing it for humanity, for the better. So I am really, really happy for the session you are having today, because I have been listening to you, and I am more comfortable. I am confident, and I know for each one of the person who gave their how can you call it, confidence to Ashmufare, he's leading us to somewhere. Humanity will see life differently, will see the future with a positive view. I think I will stop here because technically I am not that competent. Thank you. Happy to be with you.
We can't hear you, Bob. You are mute.
Oh yes, I have a heater here. It's making noise, so that's why I keep muting myself. Yeah, I was just saying, just on the nick of time, the main man shows up. So I'm going to yield for him to just give us our Sunday, Sunday love from Marty Degamo.
Sunday love. And you said Mr. Mafara's here? The main guy's here? I don't see him. I guess I'll try to fill in. There was a lot of talk today, and all of it's true, different perspectives of how you look at things. I know that I had to write a couple points down. It could get loud here any second. We talk about trust. I've known Ashmi Para for 5.5 years. He showed me nothing but trust. So that's off the slate. I don't need to talk about that ever again. And anybody that's been in here since they shut the founder position down 2 years ago on June 22nd, if you're still here, you trust, or there's something wrong with you. Pretty simple. Here's the other one. We talk about being ready. Engineer Mike brings it up every time. Everybody backs that up, being ready. Listen, when Ash is done, whatever he's doing, forget how hard it is. Hard, he wants it difficult. That's who he is. He thrives off difficult. He thrives off challenges. That is his world. It doesn't make a lot of sense to all of us, and we're like, man, I would never do that. We're not Ashmi Para. But the point is, when he's done, and that virtual limo pulls up in front of your house, that's not the time to say, wait, I gotta pack my suitcases. Freaking have them packed. Be ready. Be ready to go. All this time you're worried about things you can't change. There are things you can do, and you should try to do that. Some of the people that have approached Mike Ellis, I'm fortunate they haven't lately, because I'm not real good at answering some of those questions as Mike is. But when they say, they give you the impression that I have to wait, I'm going to go do something else. Okay. Got an idea for you. It'll work for you, but you need to have at least 200 to 300 visitors, new visitors, every day visiting your site. Every day, brand new, not the same person forever. Okay, now here's the problem with that. In 1 month, you only have 10% that stayed. Why? Because they don't know how to get 200 people a day. So you say, well, how do I compensate? Because here's the thing in the real world, not on passive, the real world. We're in a different world totally. If we bring in 200 people a day, and we do that day after day after day, you think, oh, you're building a business. Here's the problem. Everybody that we brought in or invited, or you invited, let's say you know how to do that, they don't know how to do that. So the original 200 won't even be there probably in 60 days. Maybe a couple of them could bring a couple in, and if they start celebrating when they break even. That's reality. And yeah, you could put more money in and bring in 400 people a day. Once you know how to do it, you can scale it. But you never get to the point where everybody's doing what you're doing. It doesn't work that way. If it did, I would have never found Onpassive because I wouldn't have been looking for it. So when people say that, like Mike said, oh, I got a brand new website, I got this, look, I got all the autoresponders set up, I'm ready to go. Okay. Now, you think you just throw it out there? I want people to do yourself a favor. Go to Google and look up lawnmowers. Now, when you're done, look at how many million pages there are about lawnmowers. So if you're good enough at writing about lawnmowers, you got to be on page 1, top 3. You can't be on page 555,000 at the bottom of that page. Nobody goes to page 2 in Google. No one. I don't even know why they have it. I've never looked at page 1 and go, I don't like what I see here. Let me go to page 2. That crap doesn't happen. So here's what you have it Onpassive. If you want to wait. Now, you don't have to wait, but there is no plan B. If you got a plan B that can answer the things I'm saying right now, go to it. Don't wait. Why are you here? But I want you to keep in mind, if you're able to do what I just said, everybody you bring in needs to be able to do the same thing. That's called duplication. They talk about it for 50 years. In Onpassive, there's duplication. Why? Whatever I do, Gina Leva can do, Mike Ellis can do, Bob can do, Andy can do, and everybody watching this. Because there is duplication. Why? We all own this business that was built for us personally. And if Ashman Farah built a business that he wanted, and it was custom built, because that's what he did all the time, that's how he became a master distributor. He built another one called Onpassive, but he scaled it to the size that all of us get a piece of it. And all of us become experts. All of us can drive whatever traffic you want. Yeah, you can wait, you can let it grow organically, you can crawl. No freaking way am I doing that. No way. If the tools are there and I can pay for part of that speeding up process with profits I make from the company that I own, why wouldn't I do that? But before you think about, oh, I gotta wait, listen. The headaches that he's going through, I don't know what they are, but I know they're bad. Who else would do that for you? You don't have family members that would do that. Nobody here does. Your family loves us. But I doubt very much if they would spend tens of millions of dollars fighting and getting beat up every day. And the thing is, he's doing it for perfect strangers. Not now. We all know each other now. But originally, the thought was, I'm going to get as many people out there, and I want to help the people that's been the bottom 99% that's been failing. I want to flip it over. And he did. So if you have that conversation, if it's still in your mind after all these years, especially everybody's been here 2 years, if you're plugged in and you have that thing in your mind, leave. There is no way would I put myself through this agony. I wouldn't. I get it. If it's just that, it's unbelievable and you can't take it, go. But I want you to remind yourself, we've had 50, 60, 70, 100 people leave this company in the last 5 years. And they went to the new shiny objects. How do I know? I was invited. I went back. That shiny object, all of the 50 or 60 of them, There's not even a sparkle on the freaking ground right now. There is nothing left except that guy that walked away from a dream of a lifetime to go do something he couldn't do 5 years ago. And he thinks because time went by, now he's a marketing freaking genius. And reality is he doesn't know any more than he did before. But because time went by, he automatically thinks, I just know now. Well, what do you mean you just know now? You didn't know then, you don't know now. We can't wait while he spends all the money and does all the work. Leave. Don't suffer through this. There's no way will I suffer through it. It just doesn't make sense. If you don't get it and you can't get it, I can't help you. Maybe some other people can. But I'll tell you what you do. If you really plug in and you go to people and you ask them and you look at what happened. Andy Burke said it earlier. Okay, the site's down. I don't give a crap. Because when it comes back, he told us, I'm going to come back with vengeance. I'm not only going to shock you, I'm going to shock this world. And this comes from a guy that could drive 80 million emails a day. Now, raise your hand if you've got close to that before. It doesn't happen. We trusted him this far. Let's go to the end finish line. We're at the 90 yards. It's 100 yards. We got 10 yards left. Let's go for it. There's no reason to have that conversation. And I would tell anybody that somebody called them, ask them about it, hang up the phone. It's very simple. If I get that, I go click. Oh, we had a bad connection. No, we didn't. I clicked the button that said goodbye. I'm not being nasty. I just think we're way past being this petting people and stroking them. Not here. Not in my house. We did that. I'll help anybody. I'll inspire whatever I can. But we got to let that go. If Ash can walk through the trenches and get shot at and kicked in the butt and everybody going after him and his family and everything, and all I have to do is wait to cash in on a business that I've only dreamt of, I think I can wait. But while I'm waiting, I'm doing something. If you do something and you focus on other people besides you whining in that freaking chair at home and help other people, the anxiety will go away. You have no time for that crap. I'm not sitting around going, oh, I wonder if everything, come on, what? That's stupid. There's too much to do or help people or push people up or lend a hand than sitting around, woe is me. Because I guarantee some of the people asking that question when I said, we're going. Because remember, it's not going to be a warning. It's going to be, we're on the loose. And some idiot goes, hold on a minute, hold the car. I got to go pack my clothes. Pack this. I'm not waiting for you. Pack sand. Or no, goodbye. So there's no reason for that, especially when you have all these people helping. Here it is Sunday right now, we're here. There's not one day that went by in 5.5 years that I didn't do something with Onpassive. And it's not because I'm getting a whopping amount of money, okay? Okay? I did it because I know the potential. And I spent 15 years before Onpassive building a business hoping we could bring people with us. And I met Mike 10 years. 10 years we were together. And we got to the point, wow, we can do that. We can do this now. Now we can do this. And then we had reality check. Yeah, but the people we're bringing in can't. It was a kick in the gut, I'm telling you. And then we tried to help everybody. So you help one guy bring in 3 people? Yes. That means he's going to be successful at 975 years old. I mean, it's ridiculous. This company speeds up everything in your life. He said it's not going to be a year. It's going to be quickly. And the outcome will be when you see this baby, you won't remember none of the labor pains. Guarantee it. So anyway, that's all I have.
There you have it. Sunday law from Brother Marty Degamu. I told you. Oh boy, that was great. That was great, Brother Marty. Yeah. So Andy talked about the excitement when it comes back, and I believe you. And even though our ecosystem is down. They're working on it. We know they're working on the enhancements and everything. I can tell you that there is talk going on. Things are happening beyond what we are seeing. I'm getting calls from people who I spoke to about Onpassive 4 years ago. They are asking me now what's up that they want to join. I've gotten a few. I was just telling my brother Oliver the other day. I was in Atlanta last week, and about 3 of my friends approached me and they were asking me, "Hey, they wanted to come in. Like, what's going on?" I said, "Okay, wait. Very soon the system is down now for maintenance. Are doing some stuff. When they come back up, you're going to come in." I said, "Affiliate, I'm sorry." I actually opened my phone, scrolled through my phone, our exchanges in WhatsApp where I had invited them to come to the webinar, and they never showed up. Now they're asking me that they want to join. So things are happening, excitements are brewing, quietly behind the scenes, and it's going to explode pretty soon. So those who were fortunate enough to see the vision and came in, we thank you. We thank you. Thank you so much. So, Brother Mike Ellis, what do you think? The experience that I'm having, people just calling me out of the blue and asking that they want to come in, that means something is happening, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely, Bob, and that's happening to a lot of people right now. They don't understand why we're still here. They want to know why and can they get involved, really.
Yes.
And Marty, he never surprises me. I know Marty, and he always brings a gun to a fist fight, and he brought the guns today. And that's figuratively, guys. That's not literal. It's figuratively. But I do want to understanding Onpassive, okay? And I get a kick out of Vincent. Vincent comes on and he says, "I really don't have much to say."
Exactly.
Because it's all been said. And then Vincent goes on a diatribe that was just absolutely awesome. And I love to listen to the tech pros because they come in Onpassive from a different direction. And this is really, really important for those people that listen to people talk about Onpassive. When you listen to the tech pros, to the tech guys of Onpassive, understand they're talking about the concrete. I talk about the abstract. Marty talks about the abstract. He talks about concrete stuff too. But when we listen to Vincent, it was concrete. It's things that are there. There are things that you can see. There are things that you can feel. There are things that once you listen to them, you understand how powerful it is and the depth of knowledge that he has about Onpassive. And it's different than Marty or Mike or Andy or Gene, or it's different, but it is so powerful because you can really focus in on what Onpassive is, where they're at and what they're doing. That's so important. So that depth of knowledge that they share with each and every one of us, it's really, really important to understand what he's saying. And if you do, you have no questions. You literally have no questions because you know it's there, it's coming, and it's coming very, very quickly. So that's the concrete. Let's get into the other side of that. I'm a marketer. That's what I do. I market. And listening to Mr. Mufara over the last couple of weeks, especially when he started to talk about AI traffic, my mind just starts to churn. And I start to think about what that means and what's going to be happening with Onpassive. And when you start to think about it, the numbers are extraordinary. We know that there are 5.6 billion people on this planet. That's our market. So as Onpassive comes out with OConnect, and I think that'll be the first product that they come out with, we have a market of 5.6 billion people. Okay, they come out with another product. Our market from there is 11.2 billion. Yeah, I know there's only 5.6 billion, but those two products, you can double that. You come out with another product, and all of a sudden it's 22.4 billion. That's 3 products, guys. 3 products. And I know what people are saying. Well, they're not going to buy all 3 products. I know they're not. They might not buy any of them. But here's what's going to happen. And this is the marketing genius behind Ash Mufara. Okay, they're not going to buy any products, but they're going to come into Onpassive for a free membership. and they're going to look at the free products and they go, well, I can use that. I can use that. They're going to hang around. They're going to listen about Onpassive, and they're going to come in and they're going to go, well, you know, I'm kind of doing my own digital transformation. That's what the whole world is doing. People, companies, governments, digital transformation, coming online and using those tools they need for their digital transformation. So maybe they buy one. They listen a little longer. Oh, you mean I can make a little money with Onpassive? They come in, okay, maybe they buy 2 or 3. And that happens over and over and over again. All of a sudden, that 22.4 billion market that we have, all of a sudden, we start eating away at that. 3 products, guys, 3 products. What happens when we have 10, 12, 15 products? How big is our market? I don't even go to that number because it's so massive. I don't need to go there. I mean, just with OConnect alone, each and every one of us can get in a position where we don't worry about finances. And that's the marketing of Onpassive. And again, I'm not talking about the corporate side of Onpassive. We don't talk about that right now because Ash doesn't want us to say anything that he doesn't give us. But I can always talk about the market. It's what I do. It's what I love to do. The numbers excite me as it does Andy Burke. I know he loves the numbers too. And when you start to think about that, understand where you're at. Listen to Vincent, listen to Bob, listen to the tech pros that are here. Understand what they're saying. Onpassive, it never went anywhere. It never went anywhere. It's always been here. Ash is doing what he needs to do. And it will come back with a vengeance. And when that happens, as Marty says, you want to be ready. And Andy said it too. You want to be ready. Learn what you need to learn now. Become competent within Onpassive. And I'll end with this. This is probably one of the best things about Onpassive that you can see. I think there are things way, way beyond what I'm going to say right now. But what we can see right now, this is one of the best things that I've seen in Onpassive. And it really is individuals that have come into Onpassive, have listened, and all of a sudden they start to understand they have a voice. And they have some things to share that have true value. And they start to use that voice. And they start to understand then that they're more than they thought they were. Okay? For me, that's the greatest joy in Onpassive today. People coming in and understanding they're more than they thought they were in a very, very good way because they come into a community, honest, clean, ethical. That's what Mr. Mufari has said since the beginning, honest, clean, ethical. And they're not afraid to make a mistake in Onpassive. That's okay. I've made plenty of them. But they understand that if you just engage, if you just get involved, you're not only going to find other people out there that you agree with, but you're going to find that you're better than you thought you were. And that will just continue to grow and grow and grow. And when that happens, you're a world beater, absolute world beater. And when that happens, it's just a really, really good place to be. Bob, I'll leave it there.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you as always. I see, Jim Mike, you're moving your head. It looks like you have something you want to add. Go ahead.
Yes, Uncle Bob. I have. And what I want to say is to give like a conclusion to everything that we'll be saying today here. Thank you, my brothers, for everything. Hey, Marty, you were missing. Welcome. So my conclusion that I want to make is that since we see a witness, the new trend in the advanced world of digital transformation, right? Only those tech giants who will spend more on innovation, research and development will benefit from the competitive world of the modern business right now. Onpassive, being a league on its own, already prepared with this. Okay, we have data scientists, we have inventors, we have innovative labs, we have data centers, and we have the use of sophisticated technology like AI, artificial intelligence, single sign-on, SSO, API integration. Will be setting a pace for other tech giants who are ready to invest in this aspect to have a greater competitive market, right? And your sale volume, which determines how much
marketing campaigns and brand recognition, that the population can relate with your product, right? Which is what our dream team of Onpassive are putting together for us. Can you imagine what we have or what kind of future we are looking for ourselves? It's great. Thank you, Uncle Bob.
Yep, well said, Engineer Mike. Well said. Thank you for that contribution. Brother Marty, what say you?
2 seconds. Well, not 2 seconds. You know, that's a lie. But I was thinking about what Mike said. Remember this too. All the people that told you no, let's say everybody average 10 people told you no. I'm going to be conservative. Half of them are going to come in. That puts us at 6 million people right there, right?
Mhm.
Now, all the people that want to come in free, let's just say they come in for O-mail, the O-mail when it's working very, very well. People are going to go to them, what's this? Oh, you can give it, you can have it for free, even if it's a free guy that said it. These people come in. Now, they're going to look at the other products too. They're in the same place. Now, some of the free people want to invite people in that are going to buy, who want to invite people freely that are going to come in and buy. Then they're going to invite people because of the email or the email system. They're going to come in and they're going to say, wait, you didn't tell me I had all this. Can I buy it? Yes. Those are little things that we don't see. There's going to be a like a ping pong ball bouncing back and like a ping pong ball back and forth where indirectly people are going to be coming in from people just word of mouth. And I'm telling you, that's where this is going to blow up. And whatever you do, whenever he says go, don't say the word marketing. You want to share it, share it. You want to go, go. If you throw marketing in, it's going to scare you and it's going to scare them. Hey, can I have that email? Yeah, sure, it's free. Boom. Oh, let me tell you about the other products. You don't need to do that. Get them in, let them take a walk on the wild side. People are nosy. They're going to go look and say, hey, what about this O Connect? Yeah, it's great. Do you have it? No, not yet. Well, I'm going to check it out. Boom. 7-day free trial. They get it. They want it. Now it's reverse. Now the guy that brought them in said, how'd you like it? I like it. Come on in. Oh, I want it too. All these things are going to happen without you doing anything. It's like the ripple effect. You drop a stone and it ripples out and out and out and out and out. And that's what will happen on passive. This is just organically without us having to really do anything. Because through this drop here and drop here, you're going to hit a few people that grab this thing and go, holy cow, I've been looking for this all my life. Really? And they're going to blow it up. And then you're going to get somebody that comes in and they're trying to market something they love. And they're going to go see the system over there where they can hook their business into the marketplace. Can I do that? Yeah. Really? Yeah. But they're free. So they do it. Now they have another stream of income inside Onpassive. That's why S is a genius, guys. He's building an ecosystem where everybody can do what they want to do in return. While they're saying, I want to dig for gold, guess what? The tools for digging are right behind them. They could use their own. They're already there. It's genius what he did. And this goes on and on and on. And you'll see people coming in and they don't even know why they came in. You'll see people buying stuff. Or you build this big system, you're making a beautiful income. Ash comes out with something brand new that just everybody's got to have it. What happens to you when that happens? You just got a bonus, a big bonus. So think about all these things that are going to happen organically. All the people that told you no. No means when you're doing good, I'll get in. That's what no means a lot of times. I'm not doing that, but they're watching. We were talking about people contacting you. I had people contacting me, big marketers. And the reason was, why the frick are you still doing that? No. They're going, Marty, he's got to be seeing something I don't see. And now I play that game with them. Yeah, but it's not ready for you yet. You just hold off. I'll let you know. No, can you give me some more? No. It's okay. Just take it easy. And then when they come up to pull me up, the limo comes up, Marty, get in. I'm going to get him. We're stopping by his house and getting his ass in too. right? That's just play it, make it fun. There's no reason to get stressed out. The reason people tell you no is because you got no written all over your face. You walk up to people and say, I'm not going to scam you. Well, yes, you are, because you think you are. They're reading you going, why is he acting like that? Something must not be right. You take a bunch of successful, I don't care if you're a housewife, a single mom, single, and she's successful making money and knows it works, she'd be walking there like a freaking peacock. I mean, you're going to say it and people will want it. That's the difference. Most people that try to market, they got their tail between their legs and they go, yeah, I got this thing you need to look at. It's a scam. You're right. I mean, they fold as soon as somebody says something. Me and Mike would go to meetings. We went to a meeting one time with a guy with a multi-millionaire, maybe a billionaire. And you go there. I said this the other day. Walk where you want to be, think where you want to go, and be who you want to be. Right? Don't act like now. When we went in, we talked and act successful. So somebody said, "Well, they ask you how much you're making?" Never. Would you ask a rich guy what he's making? No. Then you're not going to ask me. Yeah, but you're not rich. They don't know that. Talk with confidence, walk with confidence, walk where you want to be, not where you are today. Be who you want to be, not who you are today. And that will exude to other people, and they're going to go, whoa, I don't know what this guy has, but I want it. And I could be eating out of trash cans for all they know. But I'm not walking that way because I know it's temporary. Whatever's going on now is temporary. I'm already successful here. And if you do that when you're talking and walking and working, boom, it will make a big difference. And how you're all going to get that, and I mean all of it, I don't care who you are, is when you become successful. You start making money and the company starts paying you. $50 will make you a millionaire here. What else you got to do is go through the process. Now I am done now, Bob.
Thank you, Brother Mali. I also like when in 360 when he said we are actually closer to our desired outcome, and then he says there will be massive impact in humanitarian solutions that they are bringing, impact on financial solution, education, and then you've consistently told us in your interaction with him how happy he feels, how you can tell from your interaction with him how happy he feels. So that means to me, I think the train is just moving in the right direction, the right speed. It's just a matter of time. That's why I'm asking everybody, we should just relax, give our founder the space, the time. We are going to get there. We are almost at the end of that tunnel. So I'm going to open it up to anyone who has anything to chime in. I see Jane is smiling at me. It looks like you have something to add on us.
I'll share a little bit. I just wanted to say, on what everybody has just been talking about, people want to be part of a winning team. And if they see hundreds and thousands of people getting fired up about something that they don't understand, after a while, they're going to be like, they're going to have FOMO. They're going to be like, what don't I know? What do they know that I don't know? And they're going to start to show that interest. That's why they're calling people. They're checking it. So it's going to happen. It's very exciting to me to see that this is going to do what it set out to do, which is lifting humanity, including people who have been naysayers. It's eventually going to help everyone. And I loved what Francine said about us creating something different and a new way for people. This is not about creating something that's just going to be a money-making machine for people. It's really not about that. It's about what Colin said, which is love. This is about loving humanity. And Ash Mufarah just happens to be a technical genius. So he's created a vehicle through which to do it. That is literally what this is all about. It's not about money. It's not about AI, really. At the end of the day, it's about lifting humanity, and AI is the best way to do it in this day and age. And so we just have this man who's doing it on our behalf. And then our responsibility is then to go out into the world and do what we're meant to do, which is lift our brother and sister. And I'm just so excited to be here with you guys. It's going to get rocking, and I'm very, very excited. Thank you so much for having me today.
Indeed, rocking it is, rocking it will, rocking it will. Thank you so much, Sister Jean. Always a pleasure having you. My brother Collins, I can see you smiling from molar to molar. It looks like there's something is just about to burst out of your head.
Yeah, Maddie said something. I know Maddie was just chiming into Mike Ellis, and a lot of things came in my mind. I went back and I was thinking about Mr. Ash, one of the pronouncements he made on OP36, I think the last 2 or 3. He said, "You will be proud to talk with us. You'll be very, very proud." He said, "Please don't go anywhere. Just stay with us. You will be very, very proud." And he said, the journey will never happen again, the journey of Onpassive. Say, this journey we are moving now will never happen again. Now, we are looking like we always said, no sweat, no gain. This is the time we are sweating, and a lot of people are still sitting on the fence. The time is coming where you will sit as an affiliate or a founder. People will approach you for you to tell them your story. Are you ready to tell them your story? If you are those sitting on the fence, do you have any story to tell about Onpassive? Doesn't matter if you are here. For those who joined, the last founding member was 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago when they shut down the founding member position. We all have a story to tell, especially those who are in it will have a story to tell. Do you have a story? Because we'll be celebrating. But again, the joy is about your journey in Onpassive. The friends that you've made in Onpassive. We have been together. There are times that we cry together, we celebrate together, we're happy. You met new people along, all over the world. People knows you. Even if you think people don't know you, except those who are not plugged in, they don't know them. But again, even those who are watching behind, you must have something to say about Onpassive, because not the founding member or the affiliate will approach you. Those who will be dying, to get into Onpassive, say, my goodness, they are trying to get information and they approach you. Are you Onpassive? Yes. How long have you been? 4 years. And then they start to ask you things you don't even know. Like Maddie said, your face will fall. You just blanket your face because you don't have any story to tell. There is nothing you can talk about Onpassive because you were just there for the apples or the money. Let's call it straight. So your bank is swell, but you don't have any story to tell. Yep. Because the journey, the truth about Onpassive is the journey. We all started from scratch. We saw this company growing from strength to strength. Mr. Ash Mufara told us a lot of story. People can have memories upon memories, but you who are just there for the apple has nothing to say. You're just like someone, they said there's a story where they said the richest place on this planet Earth is in the grave because people die with their brain, the God-given brain, and they take it along with them. They've never used it. That's why the richest place on this planet Earth is in the grave. So let us try to use that billions of brain cells. We've not used 1/3. Spend 15 minutes to know your business. Spend just 5 minutes. It will not. You have 24 hours a day. 15 minutes of your time will not kill you. They're not telling you to make a webinars. They're not telling you to go here and there. Just read. Just go. Learn. Find out about Onpassive. Curiosity is something that helps you to grow. If you are not curious about something, you will never learn. You look at something, you say, what is this thing? Let me click on this button. What is this saying? Ask questions. Find out. There are a lot of information out there. This information, what we are giving here now, is full pack of information, and it will help you to build your Onpassive business. But how many of us are excited to take this information along? We shouldn't be like someone where we just hear it comes in here, go, I say, oh, we have gone to my back office. I saw my wallet is still there. I will go and sleep. Yes, go and sleep. But when the wallet will swell, you know what will happen? You will not even know how to withdraw that money because you know nothing about Onpassive. And there will be no one to even show you and say, connect it here, connect here, connect here. There will be nobody. So you'll be seeing things, but you don't know what to do. Like Mike said, know your business. This is the time for you to take. Ash will not wait for us. Now they are doing their part behind the scene. When they will start that engine again, You will not come and say, Mr. Ash, please, can you hold a little bit back? Let me go and learn. No, there'll be no time for that. Because as they open it, it is going. They are looking the world, the 5.5 billion internet user. You cannot tell Mr. Ash to wait for me. It will never happen. Now, this is the time for us to take this opportunity to know our business, because this journey we're talking will never happen again. The CEO, Mr. Ash Mufarah, said it himself. He said, you will be glad to stock with me. And people will be celebrating. They'll not only celebrate the apples that they've received, but they will celebrate the journey. And they'll say, free at last. At last, we are in it. Now we've started seeing it. You know, that is the joy of the journey. So, Bob, I'll leave it there. We can go on and on.
See, I knew exactly that. The way you were looking at me, you had something in your mind. Thank you so much for that contribution. Please, I'm looking at the chat as well as we are speaking. I'm seeing people are writing and spelling Onpassive with lower cases. Onpassive is spelled with all upper cases, upper capital letters. If you spell Onpassive in smaller letters, that tells us that you are not plugged in. You have no idea about Onpassive. That's a no-no. That's like a no-no. Our code of ethics for Onpassive. You spell Onpassive with all uppercase or capital letters, please. So we'll just take a round, just go around maybe a few words, a word or two, a sentence, and then we're coming up to the top of the hour to close for the day. Brother Andy and Mr. Bex, do you have any closing remarks, any thoughts that we should take with us as we go for the week?
I particularly liked what Marty and Mike have been saying about the marketing aspect, and the fact that like many of you, I've got many friends that are non-believers, and exactly what Marty has started to or said earlier on is the fact that these guys are saying, how come he's still doing this? How come he's still as enthusiastic as he was before?
Mm-hmm.
There has to be something more to this. And they actually have started asking questions. I find it so amusing, I have to say, because the nice thing is we're switched on. We know what's going on. And I haven't got to tell him anything. In fact, exactly what Marty said. Not for you, mate. Not for you. This is for me. And I'll tell you what, the look, the look on their face is just fantastic. We use the phrase it's a peach. The face like a peach is perfect. So yeah, I'm getting so excited inside. Believe me, when this thing goes, I'm just going to burst. And every single person that has laughed at me or told me it was a load of rubbish is going to be laughing on the other side of their face. But I am taking the time now to build my business before it starts. In other words, preparation. I love the phrase, proper prior planning prevents poor performance. Remember that, people. Thanks, Bob.
Bob, either you're frozen or you're really focused. One of the two. Is he frozen to everybody else? Oh,
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I just received a poor connection notice. Thank you, Andy. Thank you. That was well said. I'll go to you, Collins. I'm just going according to how I see my screen. Just something for us to take, one word or a sentence as we wrap up.
Yes, I'll just say patient. Patient is the key. I'll leave it there.
All right. Sister Jean?
I would say if you feel the impatience, sit and stay in gratitude.
Amen. Amen. Brother Mari?
I just know that we took a 10-minute, 20-minute meeting and turned it into an hour and 45. That's Onpassive. That's what happens when you start talking about it. Yeah. Exactly. We took a 20-minute meeting, turned it to 2 hours. No, I have nothing. Everybody just get plugged in, be ready, like everybody's saying. If somebody needs help, help them. Don't try to talk somebody into something. Just help people that want to be helped. That's all.
Amen. Thank you. Brother Vincent.
Thank you, everyone here. So, what I would say is back to the Bible when God asked Solomon, "What do you want me to do for you?" And Solomon said to God, "I want wisdom and knowledge to lead your people." So, today, I want wisdom and knowledge for Mr. Ash to lead Onpassive. So, this is what my wish today. Thank you.
Well said, my brother. Myself, Francine, anything for us to take?
Yes, I will keep from today that unpassive is a state of mind. It's a spirit. Unpassive is a spirit. That's what I keep. Thank you.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. Engineer Mike.
Yes, Uncle Bob, we know a lot is going on in the background. Thank you, my brothers. We appreciate our CEO for everything that he's doing in the background for us. Then my question will still be for us. Are we ready to receive our OES? Are we ready? Do you know, understand your business? That's my question for us.
Amen. And you have been consistent with that. I would just say somebody lost internet connection.
Yeah, Mike Ellis.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yes, I was also getting connection loss, so that's fine. We thank Mr. Brother Mike Ellis for being with us. We know he would have had something nice to take for us to take with us as we begin the week, but that's fine. For me, I would just say, we are fine. Stay focused. And with that, we're going to call it the day. We'll see you guys same time.